fiddle all around me. He little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to? Homie hopping, need a they awesome. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. Yeah, I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is Topic Discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. So power and hunt is the only thing that I'm crushing on. Bonafide, stood on everything that I stepped on. I can get it gone in a blink.
Stack money.
We can make a from the sink.
Money.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and the focus is on Chris Evans. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Bengals and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. And incomplete to open things up. You look at this defense for the Vikings. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little...
And it's a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now back to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
On 1, ready? Right shot.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Bengals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Right, Eddy. Right shot.
Here's Brown on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll run on third down with Brown. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. The numbers a week ago for Chase. He took out some anger, some apparent anger against that defense. The yards just kept going up and up and up.
Yeah, he was just running up and down the field doing whatever he wanted. By the end of the game, he was seeing 2, sometimes 3 defenders on every snap. Yet he was still making play after play. It was like he was running routes versus air in practice.
An inside give, Brown. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Burrow now off the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So on 4th down, on is Brian Robbins to punt for the Bengals. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Stop. Stop.
Right back to Brown. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Stop.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Burrow looking to pass. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you get ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight, because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And out now come the Vikings. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throw left side, take it in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 53 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Here we go, here we
Well,
go.
that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Charlie Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So the big play to kick off the drive set him up 1st and goal. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He'll drop to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
MT. 11 MT.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Gun.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And now they will throw it with Burrow on the move to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On one, ready?
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go right back to Evans. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. Here we go. Play cut. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
They'll run here with Evans. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Stop. Stop.
Evans is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. A give up the middle to Singletary. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll begin on the ground here with Evans. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed. done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go. Let's play now, baby. Let's go. Let's get set.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Stop.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
you'd make sure that
absolutely.
he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Stop. Stop.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chris Evans with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. On play action, they'll throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a... So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Runs through the count, taking it right down Broadway. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 21-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddy-a with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And out now, here come the Bengals. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36.
11.
Burrow will throw. Right back to Pitts again. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Turbo's hot.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Let's get set.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go again here with Evans. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 3, second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
180. 180. Stop.
Here's Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He stiff arms him. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson from 21 yards away. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. That's caught. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football. Because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here we go.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 13. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Stop.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow on the screen. This is Evans. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown Bengals! Jamar Chase with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way we could get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Bradley Pena now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he... This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Gun.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Evans running behind center. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Bengals get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Vikings 33. Evan McPherson with the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Stop.
They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Now 2nd and 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
Here we go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone.
Here we go,
Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Again, a run with Evans.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
On third down, Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Charlie Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. This pass finds its way to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Tackled there by Jordan Battle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Shane Zylstra. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
2nd and 10.
Hey, can.
Evans running straight ahead. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now like, congratulations. But why isn't it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings 1st down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. On the give, this is Singletary. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now back to throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Right, Eddy. Right, shot.
Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. After that last play, we've got an injured man, and it's a big one. Joe Burrow shaken up. You hope this is nothing serious. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd and 3. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Shane Zylstra with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On second down, Evans looking for space. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll try and run for this with Evans. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 15. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
That's caught by Addison. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Here we go, Shaq.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Cincinnati, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double.